Hi, folks. Have a great day, everyone.
We're
Welcome to our first episode of Your Life, Your Story, and it's yours to tell. So now
yeah,
I have an ambush interview here with Randy,
yeah.
and I'm gonna try to extract information that he never told me before.
Uh-huh.
So
And so, yeah. Rosemarie is you're trying to interview me, right?
yeah,
About my life,
yeah.
and it's like
We want to know more about your life that you
yeah,
haven't told me
yeah.
yet
Which
about.
I don't really talk about myself much in my life. It's not something I've ever really done. But
Yeah.
anyways, Rosemarie has a way of getting information out of me. She has ways of making me right. No doubt. Especially when she scratches my back and my butt. Oh yeah, that feels so
And your
good.
balls.
Well, yeah, those too. But we didn't have to necessarily tell them about that. But
Well, it's
but
okay.
anyways, yeah, that feels
We are
really good.
grown ups, honey pie.
You know.
We are grown
So
ups. This our
uh,
video is not made for kids. It's made
no.
for adults. So
So
anyway, guys, this interview
so
is not scripted, and whatever comes out
yeah.
from my mind, I have
Yeah.
to ask. And
Well,
this is
you're going to what you're going to do like waterboarding of me to get information out like we did in Guantanamo Bay, right? Because I don't give information up easily, right?
oh,
I just don't.
are you sure?
I'm positive.
So okay,
So
okay. Are you ready?
uh, if I have to be,
So are you ready for the first question?
what's the first question?
The first question would
Hmm.
be, what other YouTube channels, women YouTube channels you are watching that I didn't know?
What Filipino ones?
Yeah,
Like beautiful Filipinos?
any
Uh,
kind.
well, that's for me to know and you to find out.
Oh,
See,
is that
I don't
it?
I don't give up. I don't give up information easily. What you haven't snooped in my phone? Oh yeah, that's right. It's password protected.
Okay,
You know,
you know that
so
I have my ways.
actually,
I
oh
have
oh
my way.
oh ah, oh oh
Oh, how
oh
about now?
okay.
Are you ready?
Okay,
Are you?
since you put my cigarette out, I'm gonna be totally honest with you, eh? I watch Baby May, Filipino P.
And
Every woman has a story, and Rosemarie, farming.
which is my
No,
channel,
Rosemarie,
Country Life Farming Vlogs.
life, country life farming vlogs.
See,
Which is the favorite one?
I made
Wait,
you talk.
jeez, she did. Oy, yay. I got waterboarded for sure.
I have been
Worst,
telling you.
worst of it is I lost my cigarette. Oy.
Well, it's okay. You have a new
Ah,
haircut, and I've
yeah,
been telling you to take shower.
yeah. I needed
Now
it.
you have a reason to take shower, and you get me a
I
little
needed
bit
a
wet
shower
too.
anyways. So,
So, are you
anyways,
sure? Is that
now that
all? Is that all?
is that all of them?
Filipino P. Every woman has a
Ooh,
story.
uh,
Today
yeah,
with Baby May.
yeah. I think that's what they're
Okay,
called.
good.
So, and anyways, woo, she's making me talk.
I
Oh,
told you I have
mm.
my ways.
I dare to hear the next question.
Okay.
I was wondering what that bucket of water was there for.
It
I
was
thought I thought that was for watering the plants.
well, I used some of it, and it was
Uh,
full, but it
oh,
wasn't really much.
so
So anyway, thank you for that. So how are you today?
well, I
This
was good until I got waterboarded, right? She has more than one way to make me talk, apparently.
okay. Okay, at least you're
We're just
good.
Yeah.
And well,
Now I have to go get another cigarette. Wait.
okay.
I'll be
Take
right
your
back.
time.
So think about your next question. And so
Don't worry.
guys, bear in mind, today is the interview of me. The next video will be the interview of her. And
Oh, really?
I'll probably have to do more than
Should I be
waterboarding to get her to talk.
should I be threatened?
You should. Yeah. So, okay, here we are.
So anyway,
So what
okay.
do you think of my haircut, guys? Well, now it's all wet, so you can't
Yeah,
really see.
you've got a nice haircut today.
Yeah.
You went to town.
Yeah, I
So-
got my lazy ass up and went down to town and got it cut.
Okay. The second question would be, what was your impression before? I mean, okay. Rephrase the question. What's your impression 3 years ago, before you met me, and before you been finally be with me, change after a year of us being physically together? What was your impression then, and what is it now?
You mean versus when we first met?
Yeah.
And then we had the 2 years where it was over the internet
Yeah.
because of COVID, and
Yep.
then since I've been here with you for a year now.
Yeah. Exactly.
Is that what you're asking?
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely changed for the better, for sure. I love Rosemarie. Her and I get along so good. Now I'm gonna get you all wet.
I mean, how was your feeling, experience about our culture, our differences when you finally got here,
Right.
compared to what I have just been telling you within the 2 years long distance relationship? And
Right.
how do you feel, and what do you think when you are actually experiencing it, like how we are as a Filipino
Well,
family?
It's great here. I love it up here, especially in the mountains because it's cooler, right? And your family is really nice. They're very helpful. All the Filipino people are. Remember that night when you went down to that festival, and I thought it was right in the local.
Yeah, but it was in the
local
other
town,
community.
but it was in the other community, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go down because my feet were messed up because I had crashed the motorcycle, and so
It's just one of his ways to finding out if I have another boyfriend.
yeah.
Because I asked him if, Honey Pie, would you like to go with me? This is a community like benefit dance, and they
Right.
always really invited me because I love to dance, and they make it as a fundraising.
Yeah.
So I asked
But,
him before I left, and he said, "No, honey, you can go away. Just fun, just have
Hey, is
fun,
this an
enjoy."
interview of you or me?
Oh, okay.
And
So anyway.
anyways, I decided I got bored, and after I'd had some beer, my foot wasn't hurting that bad, and so
Yeah.
I went to walk down and go and see her. Like I say, I thought it was right in the local community here, but
Yeah.
I'm going down and I'm walking along. This is nighttime, right? And I've got a beer, I think,
Yeah.
with me.
You were drinking while you're
Yeah.
walking, like nine in the evening,
Yeah, something like
9
that.
or 10.
And so I go down to where I thought it was at, right? Because I could hear the music and everything, and I thought it was over in that spot. But I get there, and it's like, no, there's nobody there. And it's like, then I was asking people, where is it at, right? And I'm walking around. I was going to go to Anna's place and
Yeah.
try to figure out where it was at.
And then
And then
my brother
I
found
think
you.
I think it was your brother
Yeah.
that came across me, and he helped me, go all the way over there, right to where it was at.
Mm-hmm.
All I had for a flashlight was on the lighters here.
Yeah.
They have little flashlights actually in the lighters. That's all I had.
Yeah.
Right, and he had a different flashlight, and so he walked me all the way over to where it was. I said, "Well, how far is it?" he goes, it's like 200-300 yards, right? Well, it was more like a kilometer, right? I kept on going and going. Oh, we're close, we're close.
We're almost there. We're
Yeah.
almost there.
And so,
So in short, what you're trying to say is that you feel safe here.
yeah.
That?
Well, didn't your, I don't know who that is. That one lady in the house,
Yeah.
right? Where I walked by.
That's my cousin.
Didn't she try to call you and
Yeah.
say that
She texted me.
Randy's walking on the streets?
So there's no escape here, guys. When Randy cannot escape from me
Right.
because every people in the community knows me and knows him, you know. So they would
Right.
message me if they find him walking alone or something.
Right.
It's just a part of like a gossip community,
Yeah.
but in a good way, you know,
Oh
because
yeah, they would.
they were worried because
Yeah, they would.
you were kind of tipsy a little bit, and you know he was drinking and while walking,
Right.
and so and it's already like 10 o'clock in the evening, so you know people are worried about for him, and they didn't see me.
Yeah. So anyways, when I finally got to where she was at, right, they spotted me right away, right?
Yeah, I
And
did. I was
came running down, and all the people. Who was that went and came back to our house and got more beer for me?
Jonathan
Got more beer for
got
me. And this and
Moriosi,
that.
and you know, so it was
Yeah.
well, anyway, it was fun. Okay.
The Filipino people are
Yeah, and so okay, enough of that part.
great. Yeah.
I think we have a lot of viewers that wanted to know a little bit about of your life, of a USA life. So
Of my
why don't we start during your childhood? How was your childhood with parents or when you were growing up? How was it? How did you cope having your disability, if may I say?
Yeah. I was
So
I was born with a mild case of cerebral palsy, right? And so the kids, you know, I my my right side, right,
which is this one?
is stunted. Yeah,
Yeah.
is this one. My right side was growing way slower than my left, and so they went. I went to the doctors, you know, nonstop for years and years and years. They were trying to figure out what it was I had and what was causing it. And so, anyways, I used to walk up on the corner of my foot like this, right? And this hand was, I would like, you know, hold it like this.
Just like that?
Yeah. And I remember the day that my mom corrected me on that one. She said, "Stop doing that," right? And so I did. But anyways, and the long and the short of the story is they, after years and years and years of going to the hospital, they had some clinic thing in the hospital, right? They finally determined of when to do surgery on my legs, so that I wouldn't walk on the corner, and because the one leg was like 2.5 or 3 inches shorter than the other, and
It's growing fast,
well, the one side's growing normally, and
the other one is not.
yeah, it's
So this is the right
growing,
side,
Yeah, the
okay.
right side is growing slower,
Okay.
and so they, you know, were constantly measuring me and this and that, and trying to figure out when was the time to do the surgery on my knee to stop it from growing from the knee down, so that the other leg would
catch
catch
up.
up to it. Yeah, and so that and on my other foot, they took and they cut the tendons on the side of my foot and rerouted to the top, so that I wasn't walking up on the corner of my foot like this.
Okay.
And so the end results of that was that I ended up, you know, I walk flat-footed now, and I can't, you know, flex my right foot at all. It's just like in that position, and so that's what gives me difficulty kind of walking around. But
On the rough areas.
yeah, so
So both of your knees have the surgeries, right?
no, only one.
Only one? This
The
one
other one was on the
was
foot.
on the foot. Ah, okay.
And
So
anyways,
Well,
it turned out well. I've done very well. You know,
yeah.
I appreciate that doctor that actually did that surgery. I don't know if he's still alive, and I don't remember his name, but you know, so I really appreciate it. Though I lived a good life. In my right hand, you know, still today, I can't even smoke a cigarette in this hand. Right,
Good.
all I can do, yeah, good, and unless I have a stroke, you know, which normally affects your left side.
Okay.
And so, anyways, my entire life, like when I was doing construction or doing anything, you should see the positions I would get into to be able to do stuff. I would have to pick up like a screw or a nail with this hand because I can't manipulate anything with this hand. I would have to pick it up, put it in this hand, and then this hand could hold it, you know,
Yeah.
at that point in time and do it. But, you know, it made me, you know, kind of what I am today.
Yeah,
Right.
but I think you have told me, didn't you told me that even if you were having that disability even before the surgery, your parents treated you like a normal kid?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
would
they
tell you do this, do that.
yeah, they didn't favor me at all. You know, they treated me like the rest of the kids, and so you
Which
know,
really helped you feel normal, right? Even though physically you're not.
yeah, because
So, okay,
you know,
that's good. You know, honey, you are so very blessed because
I
unfortunately
am
here,
because I met you.
no, I mean, yeah, that. But speaking about your cerebral palsy, we have percentage of kids or even adults that are having this kind of condition in the Philippines, but unfortunately they don't have the money to have the surgery
Right.
or insurance, or I just don't know. Maybe there are part of the country that maybe wealthy people that they can afford the
Well,
surgery in the states, but the normal people, what I'm talking about is that because I had a classmate before having the same when I was in
yeah,
high school, he just continued living that way. You know, like walk like on his foot like that, and
well, the reason that my parents were able to afford the surgery was because my dad worked for 3M.
3M stock.
I'm sure you guys, well, not 3M stock.
Oh,
He worked for
3M insurance.
no 3M
Oh,
3M company,
okay.
right? And they had really good health insurance, you know, back in the day,
See,
right? That would
you
have been, that would have been in what, the 60s, I guess,
see
or
you
70s.
you benefited really good
Mm,
from your insurance way back in the USA, but now
right.
you seem to not needing it here.
No,
You gave up on that.
I haven't been to a doctor in over like 35 years.
Yeah, your
Yeah,
surgery was when you were 14 years old, right?
yeah, 14 or
How
15
many years or how many months before you recovered
on
from the surgery
the
itself?
surgery. It took
Yeah,
like I don't know, like 3 months. And
3 months.
I had to use a walker
Okay,
and all this to move around because
okay,
I had casts on both legs.
yeah.
Yeah.
So after that,
Hey, and a funny story is when it was that way, right? I was a smoker at the time already when I was like 14 or
see guys,
15, and so I would, you know, go with my walker and stuff out outside to try and smoke and you know, hide from my parents. And one time my older brother was there, and he and Dad tried to come and catch me smoking, right? Yeah, but I snuck around and came in another door on the place that we lived at. They didn't catch me.
you outmost,
I
you
outsmarted them. Yeah,
outsmarted them. Okay. So anyway, so after that, after the surgery, you went back to school, right? And
yeah.
what was the changes? Did before when you were in that condition? So
Yeah.
like, what would the kids normally call
Mm,
you? Uh,
call me?
CP or what?
No, that's a name I gave
Ah,
myself.
okay.
It
So
was a
when you get
CP
back to school, you are already walking normal, or not normal, but a little bit
but
of
a lot better
better
than I
than
was.
a lot better than it was before the surgery, right?
Actually, girls actually started contacting me.
Really?
Yeah, it's true.
Because guys, Randy is really handsome in his younger days,
Well,
and
you know,
even today, huh?
I don't know
He's
about
still
that
handsome
one.
today.
You know,
Yeah,
the
okay. So,
years of
oh, tell me about
smoking.
it. How was the girls?
I was
Why
the
are
gr-
they started contacting you or
I,
messaging you?
well, we didn't have messaging back then, right?
Letters?
No, somehow or other, this girl got the phone number of where I lived, and they called. They called, and my mom answered the call, right?
Yeah.
And so then I wasn't home. I was over at my friend's place. Yeah. And so, anyways, my mom, got a hold of me or told me when I got home that
Yeah.
some girl had called for you, right? And she was all excited, because of the fact that, obviously I was
Someone got.
picked on and bullied, when I was younger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that must be a lot
Mm.
of uh,
Nah.
recovery feeling, not being bullied
Nah.
anymore, right?
Well, no, I still got bullied a little bit, but anyways, um, it worked out good.
Okay,
You
that's
know,
good.
before I had the surgery, the kids would pick on me, right, on the way I walked and stuff
I
like that,
imagine.
right? But they eventually got used to that. And the worst thing that happened is my parents got these red wing shoes where it had the big sole to make up for the difference in the length of my shoes. Ah, I hated those because they gave the kids something new to pick on me about. So I mean
Your mom failed
yeah.
then.
Well, they didn't fail. They were
I mean,
trying to
they're
do
trying
the
to
best.
they're trying to do their best to make you feel better or walk
Right,
better,
right.
So you must be grateful for your parents.
Right, but
So anyway, you didn't finish high school? Did you finish high school or senior high
I
school?
did, but I got screwed out of one credit because I was on my own at 16, right? Because my parents moved up to the resort that they owned,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to go up there. I wanted to stay down where school was at, and I had a girlfriend at the time.
Yeah. How
Right.
many?
At that time,
Yeah.
only one.
Oh, that was your first wife, right?
Yeah, she ended up being my
Okay.
first wife. High school sweetheart. I actually met her up at the resort though, because my parents owned a resort. I don't know if I told
Yeah,
that.
the Seagull Lake Resort.
Yeah, Seagull Resort. it
Seagull
was called.
Resort. Okay.
It's no longer around. It's been
Okay,
taken
so
over by the government.
growing up as a teenager or turning into an adult, how was difficult for you to, because I know the culture in America, after you're 18 years old you have to get out
Right.
from the family, right? You have to provide for yourself, you have to find a
Well,
job, even if
Well, like I say, I was out at 16.
oh, you really?
Yeah.
So young. So how was it? Was it difficult to find a job having your
No, no,
disability, or was it just normal?
no. I
So
found a job.
what type of jobs you had in the first
I
work, or your first job?
my,
What was your first job?
my first job
Yeah,
was working at a printing company.
printing.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I called around, and I was because in high school back then, they had where you where you could go to Votech and study a field of interest. And so, anyways, I was in that, and I started calling around to printing companies that were around me,
Okay.
and asking if they had. I said I was in vocational school for printing, and did they have any job openings for me?
Mm-hmm.
And the people the first company that I contacted, which was called Mr. Print, right? The owner says, we don't hire people from vocational school, and I says, well, why not? And he says, well, they're too slow. They're way too slow on what they do because the vocational schools don't really push the high pace of like printing,
Yeah.
right? And I said, is that the school's fault or the kid's fault or what? Anyways, I intrigued him enough to the point where he says, well, come on in and I'll interview you, right? And so
You're smart.
I got the job at 16,
Wow.
and off I
For how
went.
many years? Your
I worked there
first
for
job lasted for how many years?
I worked there for like 5 years,
Good.
something like that.
And
Four
what
four
was
years.
the salary way back then?
When I first started, it was $2.10 an hour.
Holy.
But then,
But
they raised the minimum rate to $2.30, right?
$2.30.
And the boss came to everybody and says, well, we're giving you a raise. It's like, no, you're not giving us a raise. You have to.
So okay, your first job was on a printing company,
Right.
and you worked there for 5 years. So what was the
Yeah.
next job?
The next job, I was for another printing company for a little bit,
Okay.
right? For like a year or so, and then my dad passed away, and so I ended up opening my own printing company at the age of 20.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Congratulations,
you
Hanipay.
knew that, didn't you?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We just wanted to share it with the
Yeah.
people. I'm
And-
sorry, guys. This is
yeah.
our first time of interview. I hope you will bear with us. So anyway,
And as luck had it, I did very, very well on that printing company.
for how many years you have that business?
I had it for like 12 years or
Wow.
13 years.
That must be a very
Yeah.
good money.
Well, yeah, I was fortunate enough. I made mega money with that company.
Yeah.
So, I was in actually what they called the top 1/2 of 1% of income in the
Wow.
US. In the U.S. at that
Really?
time. Yeah,
Whoa.
and so that money's all been pissed away.
Well,
By
obviously.
the way, through divorces and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I've been married twice.
Yeah. Okay. So tell us about your first marriage. How it ended up, because I
My
know,
first
guys,
marriage?
that he married his first love when they
Yeah.
were young.
Yeah, I got married when I was age 21.
Pretty young.
Yeah, and I have been with her for like 5 years
Before you got married, right?
before we got married,
Okay.
right?
And then
And then
what happened?
what happened? I fucked up. I got lured into the women thing, right? Because I was, like I told you, I was making buku bucks
Yeah.
kind of thing, and I got lured into all the women thinking they were after me and this and that and blah blah blah, and so
Because you were handsome way back then, and even now,
Handsome.
and plus you have the money, so
right. It was primarily the money thing that they were
Yeah.
after. I realized when it was too late that they didn't really love me. They were just after the money.
yeah.
You know.
So
And it's funny because guys think that Filipinos are after money, right? No. Let me tell you, I've had plenty of experiences with women in America that are after nothing but money and pretend that they love you. Eee, I tell you. But
Uy, I am into your money, but in a positive way. It's
Oh, yeah.
because
Yeah.
you decided to stay here and live with me and
Right.
be the last woman of your life.
hey guys, I don't need a haircut anymore.
You just did. So anyway, you fucked up your first marriage, right?
Yeah.
That's okay. We've been there. We've done that, and we have fair share of failed relationships,
Right.
and it's okay. But the most important thing is, in every failure, lesson learned. We have lessons learned, and we consider it as an
Well, yeah.
experience
Every,
and to do better in the next marriage. But
Well-
you still fucked up in your second marriage.
No, I didn't fuck up in the second.
No?
marriage. No.
Why?
Huh?
You said you did. I mean, you
No,
did.
I
You
didn't.
didn't do something.
No, I didn't fuck up in the
Okay.
second marriage.
Okay.
She was.
She fucked up.
Nah, she didn't really fuck up. She was
Okay.
just. She was one that was into her family because she had kids and stuff, and lots of cousins and stuff, and she was always spending time with her children and her nieces and her nephews and on and on and on down the line, right? she didn't have time for
you.
a guy. Yeah, I was like, in last place as far as spending time.
I think I understand that.
So
We kind of have the same situation here.
yeah,
You would always tell me, honey, you're always in your laptop. You're always in the
Yeah.
garden.
yeah,
You're always in your page.
she's into YouTube too much nowadays.
Don't worry, guys. I'm not forgetting
How long
my
is this?
duties and attribute as a woman and as a wife. So we're good in that. So
So
anyway,
we're at 30 minutes here now. So
that's good. There will be part 2. I guess
yeah.
people will get bored with a very long. So anyway,
hey, I grew up. My parents owned a resort up in northern Minnesota. All right, I told
Okay.
you that. If you guys want to hear some some very funny stories about shit that happened up there with my brothers and myself and whatever, you just let us know in the comments. Otherwise, I won't bother going into it. But there are some hilarious stories about crap we did.
it's okay. We all have that crap in our life. It's just in a different ways, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you for this very wonderful interview. I
You're-
really have had fun.
You're welcome, baby May. I mean Filipino P. Ooh. Hey, wait a minute. You're very beautiful, so
No, I'm not. I'm just being me.
No, you're not.
But anyway, thank you guys for watching this interview. I hope you find this very very funny. We're just
We
trying to
just
be
screw
funny.
around.
And yeah, we really didn't prepare for this interview. He thought we were just be doing a normal video stuff
Right.
like informations and something.
Yeah.
So this is like an ambush interview, and this will be uncut, no
Yeah.
edit. So we'll just upload this. So thank you everyone for staying with us. And what are we gonna look forward in the next interview?
I don't know. Whatever you ask.
Should it be my turn or your turn?
Probably your turn. You can tell part of your story and why it is that ended up with me and how you grew up.
Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds fun. Anyway, thank you everyone for tuning in.
Don't worry, I won't waterboard her though.
Thank you everyone for tuning in and listening to his life story, which is really really wonderful.
Well,
you-
little bits and pieces of it.
I
we
know
didn't really say too terribly
it's
much.
very impossible to tell the whole story in one interview.
Well,
As
yeah.
you know, he tried to make long story short, and sometimes we miss the good part in if we keep making things short. So anyway, thank you everyone for joining us in our first episode of Your Story, Your Life, and It's Yours to Tell.
Yeah.
Thank you, Honey Pie.
Cheers.
I will give you a kiss. Mwah.
Now I got lipstick all over me. I look like a
Bye.
duck.
God bless you all and
Don't
be
tell
safe.
Rosemarie about this. Cheers, everybody.